If you missed the first film, we will slowly improve our service. If you failed, write down 2.5 trillion before you know it. Finally, we will talk about this main item from start to finish. Make sure to keep us all up to date on what's going on in the world. Continue to share their cryptocurrency master plan using the RLUSD by looking at these and other acts. We can see that Apple Pay, debit cards, and the Ripple stablecoin are being mixed together. Why has that been big throughout history? There have been huge changes. iOS 18 added the ledger to make tap to pay easier. This was shared by Apple just 4 months ago during the 2017 to 2018 period. Apple added the interledger protocol a few years ago, most likely in 2019. Keep in mind that the interledger device can use any forex, not just one. Any digital item can be useful if it makes you feel something, but Ripple has always pushed for this method. When it comes to fairness, when we look at the top 3 available properties, Bitcoin, Ethereum, and XRP are all on the same level. The interledger protocol will choose the most powerful and environmentally friendly tool for sending money. People aren't ready for what will happen if Bitcoin hits $74,000, which is the real direction of XRP. You should know that Bitcoin's $70 K is loading faster than the new all-time high and faster than even big people. Don't forget to use $70 K as a heat-up factor. Once we hit $74, things will really take off. It's time to go on. I've been talking about this for a while now. Pay close attention to this conversation and figure out why it's going on. So Larry, pay attention to the CEO of BlackRock talk about how Bitcoin is a global asset that isn't always dependent on one country. Think about that, Larry, and understand the power of decentralization in any forex market. That's why I listen. I agree with that being true. The main goal of cryptocurrency is in a lot of ways. It's making gold digital. To be clear, Bitcoin is an asset that can be used anywhere in the world. This means that you shouldn't buy gold as a hedge against inflation, the problems of a single country, or the value of your currency falling. Since Bitcoin isn't tied to any one currency, it could be an opportunity asset for traders to keep in mind. I think that BlackRock is based on the idea that you should plan for retirement with the belief that the day after today will come. Even though you had doubts at first, BlackRock and other banks will join the cryptocurrency market. To start, we have a new partner called Ripples who has done a full case. Check out, according to their announcement, banks can now use their modern SWIFT infrastructure and skills to connect to the global real-time bills network. SWIFT is suddenly being forced to change after decades of not doing anything because they had a monopoly on the cross-border payment system, which kept them from having to today. As you might expect, it has a lot of connections and is run by an API. Software abilities are also moving in that way. That being said, we are definitely using SWIFT, a messaging service that most banks around the world accept, to make it easier for our clients to send transactions using the SWIFT connection they already have. Quick, because of trade, many groups and companies are using SWIFT's features along with today's technology to connect to the real-time global price systems and networks that are being set up around the world. Keith is talking about this if you only want to look at and talk about one chart and really need to understand one chart. Everything is being broken down to XRP. This is the picture. Pay attention as soon as we talk about XRP every week. That's it for this week. The wedge is still there. I'm still thinking about breaking it down to the daily level to show you what's going on. The buy sign goes below the 200, then the 100, then the 50, then the 8th, then the 21st, and I got nothing. The good news is that it's now sitting on the steel support that's there in this area. That's one of the good things about it. But the problem is that it won't bring in any sales, so nobody benefits from it. We have confirmed over and over that there is only a 3 to 6 month time to keep XRP safe. It's still not clear to you that rude people on the other side of the gap said it. You all choose to live in a myth world where everything is how you want it to be instead of how it really is. For someone like me who is serious about making money and isn't just doing this subjective drug, it doesn't matter what. For fun, that's my full-time job my whole life and everything I do every day, a lot more than I should, could, or should have if I had other options. In the end, I want to say that there are people who are aware of this and take it seriously, and they know that the window of opportunity is really small. When we're done, don't forget to save any of this XRP. I haven't made any money yet, but I think I could. I believe that I can probably make the same amount of money with Bitcoin and something else if XRP breaks below the trend line it's been trading above and below. I'm glad my levels are still around 60 cents. To be honest, I don't hedge bet on it, and I wouldn't even say I like them in theory. Any hedge salary worth 65 cents, 70 cents, or 75 cents is still a bad investment. Francis and Gain will help you win your first fight with powerful blows. That might be hard to do, and if none of that works and you get away, my best hopes for stopping you are $1 and $150. That's right, our enemy is up north, as I'll show you. I know it sounds bad, but that's exactly what she said, don't you think? I need to find the exact one. It's a treasure trove. I agree that there have been buttons that have become satisfactory. I compare charts from different sites, but their drawings aren't always the same, and after making all the necessary changes, I find that the right chart stays under the strong and experienced barrier. Blue shows that the resistance is medium. What you see is the upper resistance of the white stage, which basically stands for the highest barrier between 75 and a greenback. Because of this, the yellow and purple end resistance, which is very weak but still present, shows. You can see that the last bit of reluctance is between $1.50 and $2. This circle should be yellow, but it looks like a pink box. As you can see from how often we talk about this channel, there are a number of steps that lead up to the all-time high. There are some problems to solve, but that's what will happen if we either take a step forward in 2020 or fail to break an all-time high in 7 years. Even though we didn't reach the all-time high of $192, we were able to stay there, which could be seen as a step forward. The charts show what we need to pay attention to right now. We should be careful once we break that barrier. Let's use 75 cents next. Next, let's look at $1. After getting the hint, we talked about it and decided to go for the $150 variety once it breaks. We will see a pullback above $150, and if we can stay above that, we will break out and see a new all-time high for XRP. As a result, we should first break above $75 before we can even talk about such goals. I think this should happen by the end of the year. Nevertheless, I haven't seen the prices rise or react to anything in the last 2 months.